If you're cooking for a large family, choosing the right air fryer can make a huge difference. A small air fryer may leave you cooking batch after batch, while a larger model can help you prepare more food at once and get dinner on the table faster. But capacity isn't the only thing that matters. You also want to consider how much cooking space you actually get, whether you can prepare different foods at the same time, how easy the air fryer is to use, and how much counter space it takes up. Today, we're looking at 5 air fryers that are worth considering if you're cooking for a large family. Let's get started. Starting our list is the Chefman Turbo Fry Touch 8-quart air fryer, a straightforward option for families that want plenty of cooking space without needing a complicated appliance. The 8-quart capacity gives you enough room to prepare generous portions of foods like chicken wings, fries, vegetables, and other family favorites. Having that extra space can also mean fewer batches compared with smaller air fryers, which is especially helpful when you're cooking for several people. The touchscreen controls are simple to use, and the air fryer offers multiple cooking functions for preparing different types of meals. Its straightforward design also makes it a good option for someone who doesn't need a lot of smart features or complicated settings. The main drawback is that this is a single basket air fryer. If you're trying to cook 2 completely different foods at different temperatures, you'll have to work around that limitation or prepare them separately. But if you mainly want a large, easy-to-use air fryer that can handle generous portions, the Chefman Turbo Fry Touch is a practical choice. Taking the number 4 spot is the Cosori Dual Air Fryer 9-quart, 10-in-1, and this is one of the strongest options on our list if you want a combination of capacity and flexibility. Instead of relying on one large cooking basket, this model gives you 2 separate cooking zones. That means you can prepare different foods at the same time, potentially using different cooking temperatures and cooking times. For example, you could prepare chicken in one basket while cooking vegetables or fries in the other. This can make a big difference when you're trying to prepare an entire family meal without waiting for one food to finish before starting another. The 9-quart total capacity also gives you plenty of room for larger portions, making it especially useful for families and anyone who regularly cooks for several people. The downside is that a dual basket air fryer can take up more counter space than a smaller single basket model. You'll also have 2 baskets to clean after cooking. But if you want generous capacity and the flexibility to cook 2 different foods at once, the Cosori Dual Air Fryer is a strong choice. Taking the number 3 spot is the Instant Vortex Plus XL 8-quart air fryer. With an 8-quart capacity, this model is designed for people who need plenty of cooking space. That makes it useful for larger households preparing foods like chicken, fries, vegetables, frozen snacks, and other everyday family meals. The larger basket means you can prepare more food at once instead of constantly cooking small batches. Its controls are also straightforward, so you don't need to spend a lot of time learning complicated settings before you can start cooking. Another benefit is its versatility. An air fryer like this can handle more than just frozen foods and fries, making it useful for roasting, reheating, and preparing a variety of meals. The biggest drawback is the size. An 8-quart air fryer takes up more counter space, and the basket can become fairly heavy when it's filled with food. But if you have the counter space and want a dependable large single basket air fryer, the Instant Vortex Plus XL is worth considering. Our runner-up is the Ninja Foodie Dual Zone XL DZ550, and this is where things get especially useful for large families. Instead of giving you one large basket, the DZ550 has 2 independent cooking zones. This means you can prepare 2 different foods at the same time, using different cooking temperatures and cooking times. For example, you could cook chicken in one basket and fries or vegetables in the other. The Smart Finish feature is designed to coordinate the cooking times so both baskets finish at approximately the same time. That's a major advantage when you're preparing a complete family dinner. You don't have to wait for one food to finish before starting another, and you can keep different foods separated throughout the cooking process. The downside is that dual basket air fryers can take up a considerable amount of counter space. You also have 2 baskets to clean instead of one. But for large families that regularly prepare multiple foods for the same meal, the flexibility of 2 independent cooking zones can make a huge difference. Taking our number 1 spot is the Ninja Double Stack XL, and its biggest advantage is the way it combines large cooking capacity with a vertical design. Traditional dual-basket air fryers usually place their basket side by side, which can take up a lot of horizontal counter space. The double stack takes a different approach by stacking the cooking compartments vertically. That makes it particularly useful for large families who want multiple cooking zones but don't have a huge amount of counter width available. You can prepare different foods at the same time while keeping them separated, making it easier to put together an entire family meal without waiting for one food to finish before starting another. The stack design does have a trade-off. Because the cooking compartments are arranged vertically, accessing the upper basket may not feel as convenient as reaching into a traditional side-by-side design. And like any large air fryer, it still needs a decent amount of space. But if you're cooking for a large family and want the flexibility of multiple cooking zones without using as much horizontal counter space, the Ninja Double Stack XL is an excellent choice. When you're shopping for an air fryer for a large family, don't focus on quart capacity alone. Think about how you actually prepare meals. If you want a straightforward large capacity option, the Chefman Turbo Fry Touch 8 quart is worth considering. If you want a large dual basket air fryer with plenty of room for different foods, the Cosori Dual Air Fryer 9 quart is a strong option. The Instant Vortex Plus XL 8 quart gives you plenty of space for large portions, while the Ninja Foodie Dual Zone XL is ideal if you regularly cook 2 different foods at the same time. But if you want the flexibility of multiple cooking zones while taking advantage of a vertical design that can help save valuable counter width, the Ninja Double Stack XL is our top pick. Ultimately, the best air fryer for your family depends on how many people you're cooking for, what foods you typically prepare, and how much counter space you have available. You'll find links to all 5 air fryers featured in this video in the description below. If you decide to purchase through those links, we may earn a small commission at no additional cost to you, which helps support home and kitchen finds. If this video helped you find an air fryer that's right for your family, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Home and Kitchen Finds for more honest product comparisons, buying guides, and useful kitchen recommendations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.